Hey noses, today we're making calcium egg powder here. There you go. And you can add this to your dog's kibble or to homemade diet as a calcium supplement. I find this to be an essential thing to add to your dog's food if they're not getting enough calcium. The two kinds of dogs that you would like to give calcium powder to are usually puppies or pregnant dogs. But please consult your vet before adding any new product to your dog's diet. Thank you. So here we have two different kinds of eggs. Here we have just your regular brand from the store. These are white eggs. These ones are going to be your pasture-raised eggs, which are brown. I mean, clearly you can see that these are gorgeous eggs compared to the other ones. So I bet you're thinking, why is this important? Well, if we're gonna make a calcium powder from our eggs, we probably wanna pick the egg with the best calcium deposit in the shell. All right, so I got my two bowls here, and we're gonna take a look at the inside of the egg. We're gonna look at the yolk. First, the white egg. That would be Cody in the background. And then this is our brown egg. There we go. So you can clearly see that the two yolks are different colors. Here's the white one, which has a more yellow color. The whites are also less clear. Then we have the brown egg, which is a little more orange, and the white is a lot less murky. The color of the yolk shows you the diet of the chicken that laid it. So we can't really tell the nutritional difference of the egg based off of just the color. So that's when we go to the shell. Now, like I was saying before, they look different on the outside, but they feel different. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a clear difference in the thickness of the white shell versus the brown shell and the actual toughness. Watch. This one just crumbles. Alright, so I'm just gonna crack a couple more eggs here. Give us a good sample. Another brown egg, and here we have another white egg. Just looking for so what's the difference? Well, you can see how this one clearly breaks off into bigger chunks versus this one. This actually has a thinner shell than this one, which is why I use the pasture-raised eggs versus the regular store-bought when I'm doing the calcium powder. However, I still feed these eggs to my dogs or to myself, or I'll even feed these to my dogs or myself. It's just more of what do I want to use for the actual supplement of the calcium. So I'd rather use this egg because of its thicker shell versus this egg because it has a thinner shell. So I'm just gonna crack up all these eggs and let's get started on some calcium powder. Now that I have everything cracked open, we are going to wash the eggshells off. It's not necessary, but it's something I like to do. Wash them out, get them clean. Gonna wait until they dry out, so keep a close eye on them. We have Cody here waiting for the egg to come out. Hi, Cody. Hi, Cody. Yeah, that's right. He's helping Mama cook. Alright, so it's been a couple minutes, and here we have the eggs. I don't know if you can hear it, but they are cracking a bit. Crackling, I should say. Alright, let's take them out and see if they're dry. Our eggshells are nice and dry. So let's check this out. Here are eggshells. You can see that the white ones have a slight brownish tinge to them, but this is like paper, it just comes right off. You can see right here as well. Let's see. Again, don't have a little egg left in it. So if it does have a little egg left in it, just scrape it out or take that piece off. And now you just have your dry piece of egg. So here's what we're gonna do next. I have a coffee grinder here. It's just a Mr. coffee grinder. You can tell it's been used quite a few times for this exact thing. But all we're gonna do is shove these shells into the coffee grinder. And we're gonna make our powder. And we're just gonna put those in there. Squish them down in there. So the settings, you want it to be a fine grind. And I usually do 12 cups just to do the extra fine powder. All right, let's go. So as you can see, there's a good amount of powder that does fly out. It's really, really fine powder. It's silky smooth for some of the small granules, and then there's just a couple of chunks. Let me see if I can show you. So that's what it looks like. And this is a mix of the white and the brown eggs. But it just makes this fine calcium powder, which you can put on top of food and make sure your dogs get the right amount. And so that's it for all of these eggs. So how much should you use? So 1 to 1.5 teaspoons is going to be about 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of calcium. Now, what I do is 1 teaspoon of this calcium powder per roughly a pound of meat when I'm making home-cooked meals. If you're using a higher grade quality dog food, you normally won't have to worry about adding a calcium supplement to your dog food. But if you're unsure or you're using a very low quality dog food, it might be good just to add about a half a teaspoon to each meal. So here's what a half teaspoon looks like. It's a fairly good amount. And here's what another one looks like. So that should be a daily amount of calcium. Thank you for joining us with the eggshell powder. I had fun making this today. I chose to do this as one of our first videos because I use this a lot in our home cooked food, and I'm going to be doing a couple more videos after this about that. We have one more video coming that's another staple to a lot of the food, which is chicken broth, so check that out. If you like this video, subscribe, like it. I would really appreciate some feedback because we really want to get this channel out there. And if you have any comments, if you have any advice, if you have any information you'd like to share with the rest of the Nose Pack, let me know. Check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, and at our regular page at the Nose 2017. I'll leave the links below. And guess what? The nose knows.